Brent's Burgers.
Okay, I'm in Kingston, Ontario. I had 2 shows earlier, one in Belleville, one in Kingston this aft, and checked into my hotel and decided to go get a burger. Now, I normally would drive to that location, but my hotel's charged me $30 plus tax to park, and I did not want to risk losing that spot. So I decided I would walk. I went to a place called Harper's Burger. It's rated quite highly. The burgers looked good. There were pros and cons to that process of taking out the food. I went in to order some takeout, and of course, given some of my recent issues with items that have been placed on the burger that I do not want there, I'm somewhat paranoid of that happening again. So I walk in, I say, I just want a very basic burger: mustard, ketchup, lettuce, and bacon if you have it. And the server says, well, you're going to need to choose your patty and your bun. I asked him what the options were. He said, look at the sheet. So I did. Fair enough. And ended up choosing a pretzel bun, 6-inch patty. Now, one thing that I was not totally thrilled about. First, it's a fairly expensive burger, which it's fine. I expected it. I'm tipping the guy 20%, okay, which is my custom, at least that, when I go to a place, even if it's takeout. And so I specify again, because I'm getting a little paranoid. Just our interaction isn't going quite as smooth as I would hope. And I say, just to confirm, it's just the patty, bacon, lettuce. And he said, well, there'll be tomatoes and onions with the topper. I said, no, I don't need those. I just need the lettuce. He said, well, they'll be there and you can just remove them. Don't love that. Giving you 20%, bud. Keep the tomatoes and the filthy onions separate from my lettuce, because now they're going to leak onto it, okay? So with that all in mind, I don't normally do this. I did actually check the product as I was leaving, because I just had a feeling they were going to toss cheese on it. To their credit, they did not. Okay, the lettuce and the onions and the tomatoes are all together, so now I have to find a place to put those. Okay, I'm going to set this down here on the pole that the birds have defecated on. Thankfully, it's a box. Okay, so here's what I mean. Oh, it didn't. Like here, they have all the topper, as they call it in here. Just don't give me the tomato and the onion if I tell you that I'm not going to eat them. Those are going straight in the trash. Now look. We've got some random, like, tomato disgusting juice on that lettuce. I'm sorry, folks. I'm fired up. And that also plus the parking have me rattled. Okay, I'm going to get into this burger here. I'm doing this all with one hand. Okay, now the burger here, let's take a look at this. That looks very good. Okay, the pretzel burger, the patty, I'm going to toss the lettuce on, and I'll get my condiments out of the bag. The one thing I do sort of like that they do, they set aside the condiments for you in packages. Okay, but that's fine, because then I get to make sure that it doesn't get messed up. 1 second here. So let's take a look at the burger here. Looks pretty good. I have applied 1.5 ketchup packets, 1 mustard packet. I know I normally like 2 to 1, but I want to save some for the fries. Okay, a few things. The bottom of the bun is like super soggy. I don't hate it necessarily, but what is making it a challenge, because it is sort of slipping around a bit. The beef looks very good. Okay, that looks like really good beef. We'll see what happens, and we'll see. Crazy Kingston folk. Okay, take a look out in the corner there. So on one hand, it's quite well done, which I sort of like, because it means, again, I won't get food poisoning, which has happened to me at a burger place once. I will not return to the works, ever. My issue is, right now, it's so well done in the corner here. It's almost like, you know, where you get some fried chicken, and you have those nice sort of chunks where it's like a nice big chunk of meat, but then you get towards the bone, and it's just a bunch of sort of curled up, fried whatever. It's crusty. There's not really any meat there. That's sort of what's happening there. So, not great. These seagulls are rattling my chain. Let's have another bite. Okay. Here's the verdict, folks. Patty tastes solid. Nothing particularly spectacular taste-wise and distinct. There's a hint of like sort of saltiness, which I don't mind. Dude, buzz off. Okay, but nothing spectacular. The bun's okay. It is a little weird that it's so soggy on the bottom. It might be because it was takeout in a box. Fine. I'll tell you one thing. This is like a $17.50 burger, I think, maybe 18 bucks when I put the bacon on there. It's not worth that, you know? So from a value perspective, not great. Didn't love the whole, we're gonna give you tomatoes and onions even though you definitely don't want those. And yeah, the whole sort of burnt thing in the corner. With that said, it's a solid burger. It's not bad. I would eat it if it was 9 bucks or something like that. I'm gonna give this probably, it's hanging out around a 7, I'd say it's around a 7.5. It's a good burger, not terrible at all. They need to figure some things out.